Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down a modern, holistic approach to supporting a child with special needs. And we're pulling all our insights straight from expert guidance and research.
It's a huge question, right? When your child has special needs, where do you even start? Well, this explainer is going to walk you through a journey, kind of like a roadmap, to help you navigate the path forward with a lot more confidence. So we've broken this down into 6 key areas. We're going to start with the big picture, this idea of a family-centered journey, and we'll wrap up with some really practical resources you can use. Okay, let's dive right in. The first, and honestly the most fundamental step according to all the research, is this major shift in perspective. It's not just about focusing on the child by themselves, it's about supporting the entire family. It really is a team effort. So before you can even think about strategies or therapies, the experts all say you've got to start with education. Understanding the why behind your child's unique way of seeing the world, their strengths, their challenges, that's the foundation for everything else. And here's something so important to remember. You are not alone in this. No family walks this path by themselves. The next critical step is building your professional support team. This is all about finding the right experts to guide you. So, what does this team look like? Well, it could include a whole range of specialists like these. The real goal is to get everyone talking and working together. That way, the strategies they use in therapy are the same ones being used at home and at school. It's all connected. And this quote right here just nails it. When you have a coordinated team, you're not repeating your story to 5 different people. It just streamlines everything, making it way more effective and, frankly, a lot less stressful for everyone. Okay, so you've got your team. Now what? Well, this is where you start building your toolkit. Your team is going to help you fill it with practical, proven strategies that you can actually use every single day. Tool number 1, visual schedules. And these are so simple, but wow, are they powerful. For a lot of kids, especially those with conditions like ADHD or autism, just being able to see what's coming next can totally reduce anxiety and make switching from one activity to another so much smoother. Next up, we've got something called prompting. You can think of it like a gentle nudge in the right direction. It's basically a technique to help a child get to the right answer without failing first, which is just huge for building confidence when they're learning something new. So how does this work in the real world? Well, a lot of pros use what's called least to most. They start with the smallest hint possible, maybe just a word. If that doesn't work, they might gesture, and only if they have to, they'll use a physical guide. The whole point is to fade that help away over time so the child can do it all by themselves. Now, what about the big stuff? The really complex skills like tying shoes or brushing teeth. For that, professionals use a cool technique called task analysis and chaining. It's all about breaking a big, intimidating goal down into tiny, manageable steps. And what's so great about this is that it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. A therapist can tailor it to your child. They might teach from the first step forward, or they might use backward chaining, where the child does the very last step first. That way, they get that immediate feeling of success, which is awesome. Now, here's a really, really important point. These tools, they're not just for the therapy room. The family, you, are the most important partner in making sure these new skills actually stick and become a part of everyday life. The experts call parents and siblings carryover agents. What on earth does that mean? It's actually pretty simple. It just means that because you spend the most time with your child in real-world situations, you're in the perfect spot to practice and reinforce these new skills, at the grocery store, at the dinner table, at the park. And this is not about just sitting on the sidelines. No way. Professionals can actually train both parents and siblings to be effective partners in this process. And the research shows that this approach empowers the whole family and can actually lower stress for parents. Okay, let's be real for a second. This whole journey, it takes a ton of energy and patience and resilience. And that is why every single expert source we looked at said this next step is absolutely non-negotiable. You have to take care of yourself. So you've got to find what works for you, whether it's mindfulness, leaning on your friends, or just finding healthy ways to solve problems. You have to prioritize your own well-being. I'm going to say this again because it's so important. Caring for yourself isn't selfish. It is essential for making this whole support system work for the long haul.
All right, let's bring it all home. We're going to do a quick recap of this roadmap, and then, as promised, point you towards some fantastic resources that the source material mentioned so you can take your next steps.
So, what's our path forward? It's these 5 key steps. First, understand. Then, build your team. Use the tools your team gives you. Partner up with your whole family. And finally, practice self-care to keep it all going. It's a clear, manageable framework. Now, if you're thinking, I want to learn more about this stuff, the sources we used point to some great places. For example, organizations like AFIRM, that stands for Autism-Focused Intervention Resources and Modules, offer amazing, free guides and step-by-step instructions. There are also some amazing guides for parents and siblings out there that can really help you become a more informed, more confident member of your child's team. And this is probably the most important reminder of all. These resources are fantastic, but they work best with an expert. So we always encourage you to seek out local professional help to build a plan that's just right for your family. So, we'll leave you with this question to think about. What's the first small step you can take, maybe even today, to better understand and support your child's unique journey? Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer.